I will say this. So I did have a bit of spin out the other day.
Oh,
So I tried pulling the leg back, sort of, that's right, isn't it? Pulling it under back leg underneath your bottom.
yeah.
And yeah, it seemed to work.
Yeah.
So
As if by magic.
I know. And it wasn't scary, just tried to pull it in. I mean it's
Yeah,
obviously
I
gonna be
think,
hard to do it right, do it well, but the
yeah,
bit I did, the bit I did
sometimes,
worked. So
sometimes if you start spinning out, if you're spinning out as a result of really like having like way too much power in the sail, then it
mm,
can become a little bit scary, I think, because you've got to kind of bear away very fast to get the
mm,
everything realigned. That can be a little bit, but if it's normally, if it's just because it's choppy and you've not got too much power, then normally it's fine.
yeah.
Where have you been out today, Caroline?
Just to I've avoided Grimwith for the
Yeah,
winter.
yeah,
Um,
bit cold.
I was thinking of going today, but people are still saying it's a bit chilly, so
Yeah.
it's cold enough, isn't it? Oh, is that me?
Mm.
That's great. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Where's that?
This is Noelle. She sent these on WhatsApp during the
Ah,
week, and I said we'll have a look through them tonight. I don't think she'll be here, but she will watch it back.
looks good.
Where is that?
I think this is Browers Dam. Actually, I'm not sure. It might be somewhere
Wow,
else,
that's nice.
but she's sailing very good. She's only been sailing, I think, for 3 years.
Wow,
So she's doing really good. That positioning there
Yeah.
is really nice.
very good.
Then doing some jumps as well, little jump there.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll have a look. What I'll do is I'll go through all the. I don't know if it's copied the videos twice. Oh, what was that? Noelle, in Greece, she was known for having some pretty large crashes. Uh, and I think this is one of them. Yeah.
Gee.
It's
Big
funny because I was just going to say, where's the Ollie laugh? Because every time I crash, I've got it all on video, and there's the little Ollie laugh at the end of it every time.
You hear the snigger.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of a wild crash. Board takes off because the weight's too far back
Oy, oy, oy.
into the sail.
Ooh.
Quite important to stay low when you're bringing the foot out and
Ah,
unhook in advance, or she's still hooked in.
oh yeah.
Lack of preparation.
Looks very windy there that day.
It looks pretty strong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jumps would be good to come over the board a little bit more. You see how she pushes into the board. So the jump, you push down on the back foot to lift the nose, which does there. And then you pull everything up and the tail comes out. So she gets some air there. Really nice. She comes over the board a little bit more at the start. You see how she pushes in with the back foot, watch the tail gets pushed away from her.
Mm.
There. You risk that you spin out when you land. But if you don't, you'll always land pretty heavy on the tail, so you won't land with much speed. See, there's the board. As you land, the board's bouncing around a little bit. It's a pretty nice little jump, that, especially on flat water on such a big board. Carve jibe. That's an awesome position. So the body's in the turn, the sail's should be moving to the outside. Here. Any ideas, chaps? What are her arms very? Yeah, so as soon as you bend the arms, she has to stand up straight. You get forced up straight again. If she keeps the arms extended like they are there and just lets the sail pull around, there, they start to bend. Just need to stay straight there. That means you can stay low while you're doing the rig flip, doing the foot change. If you can stay low, you'll keep the nose down and you'll keep in control of the power in the sail. So Noelle, arms straight, stay low here. But otherwise, that position's super. It's really nice. Everybody should be looking like that when you're going around. So like midpoint carve jibe. Something good to look for. Oh, it's better. Arms stay straight longer. Do you think they're looking at this video? Is the rig flip happening because she wants to flip the rig? Or is it happening as a result of something else? There's a key bit there.
And standing up a bit straight.
Yeah, so she stands up as the feet change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, look here, that now the foot's coming out the front strap to meet the back foot, and she stood up completely straight. Again, keep the arms straight, and then you can hang off the boom. Yeah? As soon as you start bending your arms, you pull yourself into the boom and you pull your body weight up. You want to stay low. So her eyes there, the head's she's like kind of level with the boom with her head. And then she starts to rise up already here. She needs to stay low. And you do that wide grip on the boom and you keep your arms straight to keep the sail away from you all the time. Here, the foot change. Now she's head's well above the boom. Stay low, stay below the boom, keep all the weight to the mast foot. Stand up in the
Needs to be nearer the mast, though.
What was that, Paddy?
Does the front hand need to be a bit nearer the mast?
At this point, no. I would say it's still fine.
Yeah.
I've been more concerned with staying low to the foot change, so that she can keep control of the power. Because at the minute, the rig flip's happening as a result of losing control in the foot. So she's lost control there. Yeah, as soon as that back foot comes out, she starts losing control because she stands up too much. But even though there's power in the sail still. And it's like windsurf, like when you watch a beginner learn to windsurf, or you watch someone use the harness for the first time, the moment they hook in, they get pulled forwards because they're not leaning back against the power enough. It's the same thing here. As soon as they start changing the feet, they're standing up straight. And there's power in the sail, so they just get pulled over by it. To stop yourself being pulled over by it, what would you do here? What would be the natural thing to do? Don't think about carve jibe. Just say you were stood up straight and you've got both hands on the boom and you're about to get pulled over. What would you normally do with your backhand?
Let go.
Just let go of it, which is exactly what you do here. Yeah? But then the rig flips happened not because you want it to, but because the power's too much. Yeah? And the rig flip then will never go well if you're trying to catch up with the sail all the time. Yeah?
Thing as well, though, if you're doing that, you've still got to stay forward, haven't you? Because if you lean back to take the power, you're going to sink the tail, aren't you?
As long as you've got some power. So when you get round to here, Paul, I mean, you can see like Noelle. I mean, she's not overly far forwards there. Yeah, and she's just relying on the power of the sail here.
But don't you want to be a little bit more forward there?
Here, you want to be forwards.
Right.
At this point, it's important because now we're traveling faster than the wind, so we get forwards and we depower the sail. As we come through the turn, you'll see she starts to sit back a little bit, but the board doesn't really rise. It maybe rises a little bit, but it's not that much. Like that's still a pretty flat board, and it's carving nicely. Here, you're just relying on that power in the sail. If you were to bend the arms in here, then the weight would really be forced back. Yeah.
Right.
Because if you bend the arms in here, the hips will come in. I annotate it. So yeah, super. So if you pull the sail this way, the hips will come in and the body will move back like that. It's that kind of motion. Yeah. And as soon as you pull the sail in, the mast is going to be angled like this. So all the weight then is much further back on the board. Yeah. That's why it's important that the arms stay straight so that you can stay low and you can keep all or as much weight as possible down through the mast foot and take it off the feet. Yeah. If you can have all your weight to the mast foot, it doesn't matter where your weight is because your weight's not in your feet anyway. It's all in the mast foot. Yeah. So the lower you can be, the better in the carve jibe. Does that make sense?
Yep, sounds good.
Excellent. To get to here for me is stay low on the rig, on the foot change, and then flip the rig. So I would try now would be next thing for Noelle would be change your feet and then count to 3 or count to 2. 1, 2, and then flip your rig. Because then you know now that you've got the foot change sorted. If you can't do that, don't move on to the next part yet. Wait until you can do that. But it's a dry jibe. She comes around. It does look pretty windy. Oh, jump.
I wonder if the water's a bit warmer there because I'm really put off jibing at the moment because of the coldness of the water and just like, oh, I'm not going to do it.
I don't know when this was. It was a couple of weeks ago. It might have been in that warm spell.
It's got the date there. It's 4th of February, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when she sent me it though.
Oh, right, okay. And there's a lot of campers, so maybe it is from the summer.
Yeah, I doubt it'd be from the summer, but you know, maybe autumn time or something like that.
October, something, yeah.
Yeah, basically summer still in it. Jump looks nice. Don't quite get the clearance. It looks like she hits something as she takes off. The spray coming off the like windward rail of the board. Looks a bit odd. But when you jump that back leg, so you want to push the board into the water as hard as you can. So that back leg should be completely extended. So
when you're pushing the back leg, then you have to push it with a straight leg rather than a bent leg.
Yeah, well, you want to try it. So your leg's bent, so like a leg's bent here.
Yeah.
To push it into the water, so you have to straighten that back leg.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So there should be a point where that back leg extends, but it never really fully extends.
Okay.
That's why she just doesn't get quite the clearance. The way the board moves is nice. So the windward rail gets pulled up under her bum and exposed. You see that the bottom of the board gets exposed to the wind. Yeah. So if the wind, so this part of the board here is being exposed to the wind, and that creates control when you're in the air. So you want to try.
You mean it's exposed to where the wind's coming from?
Exactly, yeah, that's what I mean. So the wind's coming this way. Yeah, so the wind's hitting the bottom of the board, and that creates some stability when you're in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just as you land, she pulls it back under again to flatten it off. So it's a really nice jump. She just needs to be more aggressive at the start. Otherwise, it's nice. Good jump.
I'd like to have a go at jumping, actually. That's something that I'm going to try. What, you call it popping, don't you?
I mean, what Noelle's doing is a pop, really, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do it at the right time, if you take off a little, if you pop on a wave, you'll get a little bit higher, yeah? Because here, you see when you're popping, you're basically trying to do here now is trying to get the nose as high as possible. Yeah, the higher you get the nose here, then when you pull up the back leg, is you pull the tail up to the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. The higher you can get the nose, the higher you'll jump. So if you pop just as a little bit of chops come in, the nose will get kicked up by the bit of chop as well. Yeah. Easier to learn on smaller boards, like sub 100 litres. On the big free ride boards, it can be a little bit tricky to learn. It is possible. Oh, big one. Anybody see anything wrong with the hands? Maybe a bit tricky to see.
Is that front arm hand underneath?
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be over. That's a fine as a stance when you're sailing in a straight line, but when you go for a jibe, it needs to come back to the right way.
Yeah, that looks really awkward.
Over grip, yeah, because you'll really struggle as you start to twist up here, it gets really uncomfortable. And generally, with the way people are, if they sit at a desk and stuff, you get the muscles that get tight are the ones that make it difficult for you to like rotate the hand upwards. Yeah. So to be fully extended in that position can also be quite uncomfortable for a lot of people. For me, it's very uncomfortable. But if you face the palm of the hand downwards, it's a lot easier to have a straight arm.
What's your take on the fingers being above or below?
I'll turn my video on for a second. If this is my boom, I grip it like that with my thumb along it and my fingers over. I hold the boom like that.
Yeah. I've seen someone with his fingers underneath, the thumb underneath, and as far as I know, that wears you out that with you.
I mean, I always tell beginners to put their thumbs up because it helps them relax. But if you're already very comfortable using the harness and stuff, then it doesn't matter what you do, whatever comfortable.
Yeah.
But for me, when you put the thumbs along it like that, each hand can move this way. So you can each hand can help each other to power and depower because you've now got 4 points of contact on the boom rather than 2. Yeah. So it can be quite useful, especially like for heli-tacks and stuff. When you're feathering the sail in the wind, is being able to do that. It gives you much more leverage when your thumb's along the boom.
But did you make yourself do that, or did you naturally do that?
I found myself naturally doing that after a while, especially when you want, like I said, if you need more leverage, like for freestyle, especially, it's helpful. Is to put the thumbs along the boom. Yeah. So yeah, for Noelle on this one, his front hand needs to be rounded away. But again, this position is good. Something goes wrong. So here now, the sail needs to be moving over to the left, to the outside. It's not seen it move for a little while. Oh, there we go. It's going now. See, now this left hand, now you're going to suffer with this grip on the boom. It's going to start to get a bit uncomfortable. Again, standing up on the foot change. Board lifts at the nose. And an almighty crash. Nice videos. She said it really good.
Who's taking how's she getting the video? Somebody's taking the video.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone stood in the water.
I think someone's just on
They got long legs in Holland.
very long legs.
Not good.
Good one, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like watching these videos. I think I can learn a bit from this.
Yeah.
It's just, I presume it's not that big a lake, is it? So the person who's videoing must just be on the side of it, aren't they?
And then it stood on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my video back up because the signal's not great. I don't want to. There we go. It's a jump there, getting some height.
That is good.
See, like for freestyle, if you want to learn freestyle, that jump high is high enough. That's plenty high for most freestyle moves. Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't need a huge jump. Even if you want to learn to forward loop, that's high enough. You just want to clear the fin. Coming in, going for a jibe. Same problem again. Standing up too tall here. Needs to stay low. Yeah? Because up until that point, the board's planing, foot change, board stops. It's that fast. Yeah? So a lot of speed is lost very fast there.
You say the biggest thing there is keeping your arms straight.
Arm straight and stay low, Paddy, when you do your foot change.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no rush. Like people get to like she's getting to here and she's like, right, I need to do my feet, do this. If you take your time and do one thing at a time and always stay low when you're doing your foot change, you can do your foot change and just keep going and keep that speed. When you're ready, right, I'm going to think about my rig flip now because the rig flip happens fast. Yeah, when it's happening by itself, it happens very quickly, and it's normally quick enough that you can keep planing, keep whatever speed you've taken up to that point.
Yeah.
But to try and do everything at once, someone's going to get upset. So you see here the board lifts up loads there. Yeah, and then it's finished. But up until that, it's very, very good jibe. So stay low, arm straight. And the last one. Oof. Whoa. Getting good there. It's going in, the sail's coming out, but she's coming out as well. She needs to stay inside and stay low again. Starting to stand up and the arms are bent. Yeah? Same thing on every one. So Noelle, stay low, keep your arms straight and put your front hand on top of the boom, not underneath it when you do your jibes. Right. Next up, Caroline, footwork on the tack. Great video, that.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it in boots, that's for sure.
You can.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The footwork,
mind.
the way we were talking about it is it's like that movement of that left foot. It's like, have you seen the scene? Have you watched Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Dancing.
Everybody has watched Pulp Fiction at some point. When John Travolta is dancing with the girl in the bar, and when she get up and dance, and he starts dancing, and he dances on his toes and just like wiggles his heel backwards and forwards. It's exactly the same movement for the tack.
Well, you're remembering it though, I suppose, when I'm next on the board, because I normally can't remember anything. But
exactly, just think about John. Think about John Travolta.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Yeah, you got to do the Travolta. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same thing, but so it's that move, that twist onto the ball of the foot, and then that moves the heel out of the way and lets you step back, lets you step onto the mast foot with the old back foot. Yeah. Caroline, there's no twist in there. As hard as it is to see.
Maybe my knees won't work or something. Or my foot's sticking.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's the floor.
Sticky. Too sticky.
So your homework.
I tried it, but I was doing it around a bottle of beer. I knocked it over, so I had to give up.
Get told off by Lisa.
Yeah, she's not in, mate. I was all right.
What's something about?
Nice trousers, though.
Well, thanks. Some pajamas this morning.
Did you just rush to do it this morning?
I thought nobody's put one on. I'll put one on.
I know nobody put one on. I was really upset.
I've got to keep you going, so thought I'll give you a laugh.
Thank you, Caroline.
It's all right.
Right, what we got here? This looks like it's from a while ago.
No, actually, it's October.
A while ago.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's been on.
You see, this is what I mean here. This is much better. So, look. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Where's that gone now? There we go. to watch. You go into your jibe, you can't see the first part, so I'm not
Mm.
going to talk too much about that. But look, foot change has happened now. So the feet have switched. Yeah?
Mm.
1, 2. There's a wait, there's a pause between the foot change and the rig flip. And that demonstrates that you're in control.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what Noelle needs to do.
But don't you lose the planing of the board?
Here, I mean, the wind's light for you,
Yeah.
so it'll be difficult. But I mean, there's things you can do at the start to help that, to take more speed in. When you're coming round here, there, foot change, you lose your speed there a little bit. So there's probably something else going wrong in the foot change. But the fact that you switch the feet, pause for a second against the power of the sail, and then flip it, demonstrates that there's an element of control through that part of it.
I think what helps with that timing is the fact that you move your hand closer to the mast in order, and then do the flip.
Yeah, definitely. But that's where, I mean, that's also your timing for everything's really good there, from what I can see. It's good, then that, and then that. Yeah. So I mean, it's fundamentally it's nice. There's probably something going on back here.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, you can see some bent arms, can't you?
A little bit of arm bending, there might be something else going on as well. Who knows? But this is like for Noelle, in Noelle's part of the jibe, this is what she needs to work on, because she's got all that speed going up to that point. If she can switch it here, but stay low, the board will keep going. It won't stop like it is in her videos. Yeah. And then she can sail out like you're doing, just faster. And then when she's ready, she can do a rig flip.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's nice, Caroline.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, sir.
This one looks a bit more recent.
This is the last week, I think. Or this week. I don't know.
Cruising. Bringing the hands closer together. Nice.
One off.
That's good. I did that with Paul. Me and you did that, didn't we, in Greece, Paul? About taking hands off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I think you went for quite a while, actually, didn't you? One-handed.
Yeah.
Quite a funny video, I can remember.
I tried it. I had the backhand off quite a bit. I'm not this one, but I've had the backhand off quite a bit, and then I tried the front, and that was really hard. I was like, oh, I'm losing it.
That's it. This is what I was talking about with the grip earlier.
Yeah.
When you grip the boom, so you put your thumbs along it. When you take your front hand off, what have you lost the ability to do?
Push.
No, I mean you can use your backhand generally to power the sail. Front hand generally is used
steer a bit, maybe.
It's not so easy to depower the sail anymore. Yeah, because the backhand's not as effective at depowering as the front hand is, because it's behind the center of effort. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you put your thumb along the boom, it does help a little bit with that. But if you take your front hand off to drag it in the water, you need to be very secure. So you need to be very committed to the harness.
Yeah, I just noticed that Pavel's son was doing it, wasn't he, on that one where he was abroad, and he made it look so easy.
It's a good thing to learn to do. Is to be able to take hands off, at least one hand off. Both hands I won't worry too much about, but to be able to take a hand off, but you got to do it with the backhand and the front hand, because it shows that you're fully making a full use of the harness. Yeah, you can't.
I guess you'd have.
There's something wrong somewhere. You should be able to.
Yeah, if you can't do it, then surely your centre of effort's wrong. Your harness line pulling must be wrong.
Yeah,
like either too far forward or too far back.
Yeah, exactly. There can be other things, such as not using the harness properly. It's not fully committing to it. Can also be, maybe the harness line's a bit too short or something like, or the boom's in the wrong place. But you should always be able to take a hand off the boom. You know, the harness should be doing that much work, really. If it's not, it's something that should be looked at, sorted out. But it's nice to see you moving the hands closer together.
Yeah, I always try and do that.
Straight away, you look more comfortable as soon as you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leave Caroline, next time you got it, you get to take your front hand off a little bit.
Okay.
See if you can do like a couple of seconds.
I will.
Are we going for tack? Are we going for tack?
No, I think I probably cut it out here.
You look absolutely frozen there. You look so cold.
Oh, we're very committed.
Poor thing.
Committed or mad. Is everyone else still going out in the winter then?
Some people are.
Yeah.
I am. Faith.
No, I broke my boom.
Oh, have you not got a new one yet?
No, I've literally ordered one a couple of days ago.
Oh,
So and I ripped my sail as well. Snapped my batten. So I'm waiting for that gumpy getting it. It thinks it's arrived, the baton for the sail. But to be honest, that's just an excuse. It's too cold.
Get your
to be honest,
gloves
I'm
on.
looking at like West Kirby or something where the water's a bit warmer, thinking about going there, but certainly Grimwith at the minute a bit.
You need to come down to Emsey. It's a lot warmer. It's like paradise.
All right, I might contact you over the weekend. See what.
Well, Lawrence came the other week, last weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll sign you in.
Skipton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caroline's joking. It can't be that much warmer than Grimwood.
Oh, it's lovely and warm.
I saw you
I can imagine it
walking to the snow the other day.
Well, yeah. You know, when there's wind, Ollie, you've got to go for it.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah. I was hoping to go to West Kirby this week, but there's only like a two-day window, really.
Tomorrow and Friday at West Kirby look good at the minute.
Yeah, it's a long time to camp over, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 nights.
Yeah, I'll show you how it's looking here.
No.
It was tomorrow. We've got some wind.
Nice.
It'll be good tomorrow. I've got one guy here at the minute called Pat. He leaves on Thursday, so we'll do Monday and Tuesday. And then I leave on Saturday, so we should get a session on Friday. But it's really very cool. 20, 24 degrees, something like that.
Oh, shame, isn't it?
It's unbearable. Too cold.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah. Cool stuff, guys.
Wish we were there.
I'll send some videos. I'll if I get out this week, get some videos done.
Okay.
But yeah.
Can we do something about popping? Can you go through the bits? I don't know, instructions or. Say
again, sorry.
I say because I quite like. Could you do something on popping next week? Are you going to do a topic?
Yeah. I mean, we can do that. And then we do like a specific like a part of jumping. But yeah, I'll have a think. But we can do it if you want to. Like we can do that. Is like the first one that you guys have looked at. But yeah, that's fine. So I've got lots of videos of jumping as well.
Yeah, and see if anyone else. I'll put this out on YouTube from last week. Can do the turning on around the beer can
without knocking it over.
Correct.
Are they?
Or drinking it.
Oh, you're allowed to drink it. Only after.
Yeah.
That's the carrot and the stick approach.
How warm is it down south there, Anna T?
No, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's been quite mild. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really annoying actually, because on Friday the wind was set up to be perfect, so I sort of wangled my way into working from home, and the forecast was for about 15 to 25 knots, so it's sort of like looking really good, and low tide as well, southwesterly, which is perfect for here. And then it just all went to, well, it all went to crap really. Absolutely poured down, and then the wind completely and utterly died. So very frustrating. I just had no wind at a time that I can actually sail. So,
it is tricky if you can only go weekends. It's really tricky.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble. I mean, in the summer months you can go in the evening. So, but yeah, now it's too difficult, really. Yeah, only manage weekends.
Okay.
All right.
Right then. Nice one, guys.
Okay, cheers, all.
Caroline started the competition then for the round the beer can.
Yeah.
I'll try. I might try again. I'll try again.
Release your inner Travolta.
Oh! I tell you what, as well. Put some boots on, Ollie, and prove to me that you can do it in big boots.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't have any with me though, so I have to wait until next week.
Well, yeah.
It's too warm here for boots, problem.
Yeah, I suppose. Slippers. Crocs.
Yeah.
Some Crocs on.
Oh, flip-flop.
Flip-flops, yeah.
Or like tissue boxes. Could put on my feet.
No.
Whatever you want, I'll do it.
Toilet rolls.
Yeah, toilet rolls.
Ski boots.
Beer cans.
Yeah. Anything, I'll do it.
Super Bowl tonight, anyway.
You up?
It's the Super Bowl, isn't it, tonight?
Is it? I don't know.
What time is it on? Is it on Sky or something?
Yeah, it's about 11:30. I never watch it. But about 11:30.
Yeah, it's late, isn't it? 'Cause it's in America.
Yeah.
I watched that film. That film on
Vegas.
Netflix. That's quite good. That film on Netflix gets you into American football. Can't remember what it was, but about a certain team. But it was quite good. Anyway.
All right, guys.
All right. See you later.
Okay. Nice to see you all. Ta-ra. See you on the quarter. See you next week.
Bye.